What's up, Ponce? We're gonna get started in just a second. It's Friday.
3, 2.
What is going on, guys? It's Joshua Zitting from joshuazittingfit.com, and I'm bringing you a message today, a topic that has been heavy on my mind for the last, week or so. It's been a topic that I've been reading a couple books on that I'm going to share with you guys as well. But it's about worry and self-doubt, and I think that we all go through different worries and definitely self-doubt. So just do me a favor real quick, guys. Click the number in the corner, share this across your social media, and because it's going to be a really awesome message. And so let me give you guys a little story about something that I dealt with recently. Over the last 9 months, as a lot of you know, I created a product called the 8-Week Shred Program. And I went through a lot of self-doubt with this program, you guys, because the fitness industry is obviously something that is very expansive, and there's a lot of programs out there. And so, you think about when you're putting your efforts into something, it's so easy to get caught up in your head and have worry and self-doubt about whether something's going to work out, whether it's going to be good, whether people are going to like it. And the truth is that 95% of our problems, you guys, are in our head. They're not even in reality in our external world. So think about that for a second. And I want to ask you guys a question. If you had let's say a good friend that gave you some advice, and let's say that advice was really, really shitty advice, and you dealt with it, but let's say you go back to that same friend and ask them again for advice on something, and again they gave you shitty advice. Would you continue to ask advice from that same person? And the answer should be no, right? So why do we do it with ourselves? I mean, think about it. Why do we continue to listen to that voice inside of our head that is giving us shitty advice? I mean, think about that. We are the ones that are literally the ones that get in our head. When you're put in situations that you have zero control over, why worry, right? Let's say that you had to go to court for something and it was 2 weeks away. Why are you going to sit there every single day and worry about the outcome of that situation, when you know damn right that it doesn't matter until you get into the courtroom that day to actually talk about it? Let's see, do it because we are scared of what a change can bring. That too, right? I think a lot of people are afraid of change. But the truth of the matter is that worrying about the situation isn't going to change the situation, and it's not going to change the result. The truth is that it's all perception, right? You can create all this stuff in your head, but when it comes down to it, that's not reality. That is stress and worry that you are creating for yourself. So one of the things that I would say is that you've got to find it within yourself to be present. Be present in the moment, in today, because you guys, it's all we have. Literally, as you're watching this video, the past doesn't even matter anymore. The only thing that truly exists is right now in this moment. There is no future, there is no past. But most of the time people are living from their past, from past experiences. They're worried about a result from something that happened, some other time. Maybe you got turned down by somebody in high school and they laughed at you, and now you're scared to ask somebody else out. Maybe you tried a diet and you failed, so you're afraid to do it again because you're afraid of failing, right? That's all nonsense, you guys. The truth is, all you have is this moment, and all you have is today to do your best every single day. And that's what you should be focused on, is being the best you today in this moment every single day, period. That's all you have. So one of the key things that I always do is, what are you thankful for, right? It's all about gratitude, you guys, because again, it's perception, right? I can sit here and say, oh man, I'm starving, but think about Think about the options that you have, right? You can literally drive down the street. Thankful for family, absolutely. Because you may have a family, someone may have already lost their family. And it's all perception, you guys, because at the same time, what we have available to us, even for food, like in the United States, there's people going hungry every single day, but we can go to a fast food chain and be pissed off because you put mayo on my burger when I didn't want mayo, and you're gonna throw a fit and you're gonna create a situation around that versus just being thankful and grateful for the things that we have on a daily basis, you guys. So that's really kind of the key, is just being in the now and being thankful every single day and doing your best and being the best you, because that's all that you have. And there's a quote that I wanted to read. I'm reading this book right now, you guys, called, this is Bob Proctor. If you guys don't know Bob Proctor, he's just ridiculous, awesome mindset training. But there was a little quote in it by Edwin Land that said, "An essential aspect of creativity is not being afraid to fail." And that, I think, is so key, you guys, because we're taught a lot of times, especially in the United States, when we go through school, that if you don't know the right answer, all of a sudden you're being laughed at by people and pointed at, haha, you don't know the answer, you're stupid, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of other cultures, you guys, that actually accept failure as part of the process. And you need to understand that failure is the part of every process. If you're afraid to fail, you'll never succeed at anything. I can't tell you how many times that I failed at different projects that I was working on. Or think about the gym. Like, the whole point of it is to get in there and drive yourself to failure on different things so you can grow as a person. So here's the thing. If you're under 30, if you're young and you're not out there just fucking putting your ass to work to do something and create something for yourself, then what are you doing? Like, your young years are the years that you should just be going out there and killing it. I mean, it's one thing if you have kids and a family and people that you have to provide for, but if you don't have that, you should be out there just kicking ass and taking names every single day. It's like, what are you wasting your time on? Create something for yourself. There is endless possibility right now with the way that the online world and internet and everything is taking full force. You have an opportunity to literally go out there and do and be and create anything that you want to create. But what stops us is ourselves. It's that voice inside our head that literally is telling you, what if you fail? What if you can't do this? You're not good enough. You don't deserve this. And a lot of times it's our creation of that voice in our head. So that's the thing, you guys, is get that out of your mind, because the worry and the stress and what's holding you back from these things is not effective for you. It's not going to help you in any instance. And this is the kind of mindset that I teach my clients and the people taking my 8-week shred, is that, look, it doesn't matter where you're starting. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter what diets you've taken. It doesn't matter if you failed or succeeded at other things. All that matters is today. Moving forward every single day, what you do today and what you put in today. And the results will come, right? But you've got to get into action every single day. And that's the thing, you guys. The number one thing that defeats fear is action. Getting into action every single day, whether it's a small step or a big step towards your goals every single day, defeats fear. Because think about it. If you are in action, if you are progressing forward, you don't have time to think or worry about all the nonsense. Just keep moving and move fast, and be thankful for every single day that you get to be alive and create the life that you actually want to live. You have the ability to do it. I've got no more resources than you have. And that's another thing, you guys. One thing that will hold you back is blaming other people for your shit. You have to take full responsibility for every bit of your life, where you're at, because if you're pointing fingers and blaming other people, until you take full responsibility for where you're at today, you can't progress forward. It will always hold you back if you blame other people for your problems. Look, we all go through shit. We've all done stuff in life that we're not either proud of or we're not happy where we're at today, Because one thing that you'll find, you guys, is that constantly wanting something never goes away, right? If you want more money, if you want a better job, you're going to get more money. You're going to get a better job. But guess what? That want doesn't go away, okay? Having tons of money will not bring you happiness. Yeah, it affords you nicer things to where you can actually live a little bit more of a lifestyle that maybe you want to live. But at the end of the day, how many times do you see wealthy people that look fucking unhappy? I mean, think about it. But it's because if you don't get a hold and a grasp on the mind inside, like ice cream, absolutely. So if you don't get a grasp on what your actual desires are, right? That want and that need, that constant want and need, it doesn't go away. Worry and stress, they're never going away. You guys, your brain never shuts off. Your brain is constantly firing signals, and all it's doing is making meaning out of things. That's what the brain does. It's constantly looking to attach meaning to something from the past or something to make sense of. So you've got to get a control over those thought processes and understand that you can choose to be happy every single day. It is a choice. It takes practice. And a big part of it, like I said, is just being grateful for where you're at today and knowing that you have the choice and the power to progress yourself forward in any direction that you want to go. Now, if you buy into the crap thoughts, you know, it works both ways, you guys. If you're sitting there beating yourself up, you're never going to pull yourself out of that hole. So don't do that to yourself. Don't worry about the stress. Don't worry about tomorrow or 2 weeks from now. You know, focus on what you can do daily to get stuff done for yourself, for your goals. And that is just something that, you know, really has sat with me. And again, I'm grateful that I did start working out. I just need to get better with my nutrition. And that's key, you guys. I mean, the thing is nutrition is 80%, 85% of the battle when it comes to just everything. You know, with our 8-week shred program, that's why we put a nutrition plan in there and teach people proper food timing, because it's not just about the foods that you eat, it's when you eat certain foods throughout the day, and how it affects your blood sugar. And so that's kind of getting off topic with what we're talking about, but it does kind of tie in with everything, you guys, of just even nutrition. It's what you do today, right? It's the food that you put in your body today, the workouts that you do today that matter. It doesn't matter about tomorrow. You're not going to lose 100 pounds in a week. It's just not going to happen. It takes consistent steps daily to get there. It's the same thing with building muscle. You know, I've been training for 15 years now, 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. You know, it depends on where I'm trying to get my body. But that's the thing, is that those are daily choices and consistent daily actions that you have to put into place to move forward and progress for your goals. So with that, you guys, this is Joshua Zitting from joshuazittingfit.com. And if you guys have any questions, definitely connect with me on social media. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Joshua Zitting Fitness. And I will see you guys later. Take care.